welcome to Wednesday morning's live stroll. We are at Hump Day. Well, we certainly will be by the end of it anyway. In the UK, it was a bank holiday on Monday, as you know, so this is day 2 of a 4-day working week. So yeah, by the end of Wednesday, we will be sliding down towards the weekend again. Weather report this morning, 7.5 degrees. It's alright, a little bit chilly, but nothing major to worry about. It's currently just before 5 a.m. here in the UK. What's everyone's plans for the day? Is it a normal work day, school day, leisure day? Are you on holiday? Are you going on holiday? So, some of you, hopefully most of you, will have seen the community post that obviously we weren't live yesterday. Now that is off the back of a vlog and a short that I released on Bank Holiday Monday, just sort of outlining obviously where the channel is and obviously moving forward what we're going to be doing. And the long and short of it is I'm going to be not doing lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays now. Simply put, I need a couple of days to myself to help with the material for the channel content and so on. So I'm using those 2 days to do the content side of it. And I was doing it whilst I was doing the lives, guys, but it became very difficult, you know, trying to get the amount that you need sometimes, you know, to keep the content not only fresh, showing it from different angles, all that sort of stuff. So that's why we're doing it. You'll be pleased to know yesterday, being the first day of getting the content all together, was very successful. So I may, and I'm not saying I will, I may go live tomorrow. But it just depends. I'll see if I need to do anything else and then go from there. Azra still gets her stroll. There was a photo on the community channel showing it, so she definitely still got out. So she's not missing out. If you are just joining up, good morning, welcome. We're out for our live stroll. Azra leading the way there. We're going to go over the fields and back round. So if you're new, consider subscribing, liking it and hitting the bell. We are really doing well with subscribers. Since we hit the 1,000 at the weekend, had 20 since, and we've continued to rise. So absolutely fantastic. As I say, the new challenge is in place. If we get to 2,000 subscribers before we go to Orlando in September and October, or indeed before July next year, myself and or James and Julie will do either the slingshot or the swing in Icon Park, both of which terrify the hell out of me. But you guys helping, hit the old subscribe, and the closer we get, the more likely it is that we'll be doing one of them. And if we get to 2,000, I will then put a poll on and you guys can decide what I do. So it won't be me that makes the final decision, it'll be you guys. So have a think about that. Do consider subscribing, it does mean a lot. Morning, Simone, how you doing? Where's everybody watching from this morning? What time is it where you are? God, Azra, it did feel quite strange yesterday, not doing the old live. We've been doing the lives now, I'd say basically since last May, so a year now. And I don't think we've missed many days. Honest. So we've done well. But I've just got to the point with the channel that I do need to concentrate on all aspects of it, not just the lives. Hence why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, yeah, that's that. So we're now heading over towards the fields, or we will be in about 2 or 3 minutes once we clear out of here. Come on, Azra, lead on. If you've been with me since last week, we started doing this stroll now regularly, Monday to Friday. Change it up at the weekends if we can. So you may have seen a lot of it yesterday. I'm hoping to be able to show you some fire damage actually that I noticed yesterday and got absolutely lambasted for it on Facebook by a couple of people for reporting it. And people just shock me nowadays. You try and do the right thing because it's blocking paths. You try and do the right thing and you get absolutely criticised for it. Fortunately, there were more people saying thank you very much, the council are aware of it, all that sort of stuff. But what is wrong with people? Really, what is wrong with people? You do the right thing, you're called a do-gooder. You do the wrong thing, you're basically told you're neglecting your responsibilities. Can't have it both ways, can you, really? Anyway, crossing over the high road into Vicarage Close, which will then take us up towards the fields. If anybody is new, good morning and welcome. As I said earlier, do consider subscribing. There is a challenge in place to get to 2,000 subscribers. We are miles away, but I fear the laugh of seeing me on the slingshot or the swing in Orlando may draw people to subscribe. You never know. I'd like to think it was just the content that was coming out, really. I always said, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, the channel would always change ever so slightly, just so I could concentrate more on bits and pieces. So it was nothing that should have been a surprise. It was just I wanted to do it in the right way so we could concentrate on everything. So you guys got more enjoyment out of the channel. If indeed you get any enjoyment from the channel, thank you for all the likes, by the way. I do appreciate it. Lovely bird song all around me this morning. We are that bit earlier this morning, only a tad. Normally we're out, I leave home about 5. But this morning it's 5 past 5 and we're already here, so we've been out about 10 minutes or so. And it is chilly, guys. Mark my words. Okay, so we're just about to hit the fields. Go on, Azra, good girl. And that all opens up. Come on. Sunrise will be coming from over there now. I'm hoping we're not going to be too early to see the sunrise around the other side. We are, as I said earlier, that tad earlier this morning, so I'm hoping it's a lovely morning this morning. Blue skies, a few wispy clouds over there in the distance, but nothing that should affect. Astra, come on, come on. Nothing that should affect the sunrise. She's considering where she wants to go to the loo, guys. Every morning we go through the same routine of where she wants to go. She's fine all going. Trusty there, get the ready. Okay, let's crack on. So if you haven't been with us before, as I say, this will take us. This is the first field. We've got another field, field 2, then a nice wooded area, which hopefully I'll be able to show you this fire damage I was talking to you about. And then we're then going to a third field, which then brings us back round to the other end of the village. And then we sort of make our way back. And then there's a fourth field where you might have seen a short yesterday where Azra was going a little bit crazy playing. That is the fourth field. So yeah, we're going to be out. How long have we been out now? We'll be out probably for another half an hour or so. So I'm hoping to get you a bit of the sunrise this morning. It is coming from sort of over there, but the camera is really adding and enhancing that picture because I promise you there is no sun yet. Or if it is, it's right below, clearly below the event horizon. Is that the posh word of saying it? Anyway, what's everybody else up to today anyway? Apart from a couple of highs, haven't really heard from you guys this morning. Go on, good girl. And this is why I think sort of doing the shorts sort of 3 times during the week instead of every day is more beneficial for the channel, because some mornings you have really quiet mornings and you can only do so much of this talking and what have you, making stuff up without a little bit of feedback. But with other content like the vlogs and the shorts and stuff like that, you can do it and you get a lot more pickup from it sometimes. Swings and roundabouts at times. The lives have been very kind to the channel, but so have the shorts and the vlogs to a lesser degree. But I'd say between the shorts and the lives, it's I don't know the split without actually looking into it. You can look into that, I think, but I would say it's pretty close split, to be honest with you. So we're moving to the second field. I say I don't know whether this fire damage would have been moved yet. It certainly was very fresh yesterday, hence why I made people aware of it. It was Azra's birthday on Monday. Again, I don't know if anyone saw that on the community page. There was a little short that came out. She was 5 on Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Yes, it looks like they've moved a lot of it now. That's a shame I can't show you, but I'm glad they've moved it as quickly as they have. Whether that's the council or the community volunteers, I couldn't tell you. But basically, I'll just put this in the dog bin and I'll show you in a second. Go on, Azra, lead on. Hopefully she's not going to go in the stream. She fell in there last year, guys, and she's never really recovered from that. She doesn't like going really anywhere near, but she's getting a bit brave this morning. Come on, miss, let's go. So, all this yesterday, this whole area was strewn with burnt branches. I think Yes, it's all been thrown in here. All in here, it's all been put in there. But this is all these branches, all this shrubbery was set on fire on Monday night. It's quite incredible what people will do. And I'm very careful with my words because you always say, oh, it's, it's youngsters and what have you. I don't know who it was. I can only tell you what the consensus is because of other things that have happened, but I'll just say people for now. It was pretty shambolic, actually, because we were quite lucky. We had a bit of rain over the bank holiday weekend here in the UK, but if it had been really dry, the whole damn thing could have gone up, not just, a little call. Unfortunately, the fire brigade called in good time as well, from what I was told. So, um, yeah, apparently kids will be kids. I'm not sure I was ever like that. Anyway, beautiful bird songs all around me this morning, guys. It's absolutely amazing. If you are just joining up, good morning and welcome. Azra is leading the way. For those that don't know, if you are new, she is a rescue dog, and so we've had her just over 4.5 years now, and she's doing good. She's still very afraid of cars and other vehicles, unfortunately, because she was found at the side of a road in a box. So she's still afraid of cars. That's not something I think you would ever get out of her, unfortunately, but as long as she knows she's got a bit of protection from whoever's taken her out, whether it be me, Julie, or James, she's okay. She still worries, but because we know, we just sort of protect her a little bit. So we're just going underneath the A10 here. What have you seen in there, Azra? Something interested her for a minute. Azra, you're not going down there. Come on. Azra, and you fall in, then I'll have to come and pull you out. Let's just go. What a beautiful morning, guys, honestly. I know it's a bit chilly. It's lovely and clear. I think we will hopefully get to see a little bit of the sun rising. Can't promise on that, because it's definitely there. It's just, we just sat a bit early this morning. I think we definitely see it in our normal place, but that's very much towards the end of the stroll. And yesterday, in this very field, I was watching it coming up. In fact, if you look at the community page, you'll see a picture with Azra of it coming up. So, just to prove I don't fib to you all, so we'll make the turn in a minute. That will take us back towards going over the A10 and then back into the village. And then we'll see what we can see with the sunrise. And then go from there. I don't know whether anyone's interested, but shall we talk briefly about the football over the weekend? Some of you may know I am a Liverpool fan. Please don't switch off. Someone's got to be. And do you know what? Losing to Man United, that can happen at any time. But I just think the way they did it was what upset me the most, especially after getting themselves in it. Liverpool do need some midfield options, because I just feel at times, because we play with such a small squad of players, they're just knackered. And I've always said, you know, if I was paid 100 grand a week plus, I'd play 2-3 games a week if I had to. But these are professionals and athletes, and at times, if they don't look after themselves, you know, you can burn yourself out. And yeah, just the defending for that third goal that Liverpool conceded was just absolutely appalling and so frustrating. The only consolation prize is, and I've got two brothers who are Tottenham fans, is Aston Villa lost to Spurs. Chelsea lost to Nottingham Forest. So I think Liverpool are in a good place. We're playing Chelsea at the weekend. We'll see about that, won't we? But I think if we do get the points from Chelsea, I think that's as good as done, really. And then you can start looking forward to next season in the Champions League again. And I think that is just got to be the aim. Get through this season, qualify for the Champions League, write this season off as a crap season, quite frankly. And have a look again. And I think Slot will only get till Christmas at tops if it still isn't improving next season, to be honest with you. Liverpool are very tolerant, and forget the fact he won a Premiership title the first season he was there, because that was Klopp's team, and he didn't really get his sort of fingers in the pie, whatever you want to say, too much. I think he was sort of seeing what he had and everything else, seeing who he liked, seeing who he didn't like, all that sort of stuff. This season has been the first real season where we've seen his sort of team in most cases. Some of them have been very good, some of them have been very poor, but as you would give him the benefit of the doubt, at least until Christmas next year, providing he qualifies for the Champions League. Anyway, what a game between Man City and Everton. That was it's quite nice to watch a game like that as a neutral and not really care. You enjoy a football match. Whenever I watch Liverpool, which is quite stressful, but watching other games, you sort of watch it with a bit of vested interest, but not really worrying about the results, depending on where the teams are around Liverpool, of course. All right, so we are now about to cross the A10. So Azra, closer, good girl. Cars coming from my right, definitely. I can hear them. At least one. Just whizzed past. Doesn't help, guys, with this bush now being completely overgrown. I literally craned my neck into the road. If you saw the lorry just whiz past. Anyway, we're over. Over this. Oh, right. Now, if you look over there, guys, that is the sun now beginning just to go. It's just below that tree line. But you can see it now. Well, hopefully the camera's trying to bring it out a bit. Can't see it, actually. Maybe. There you go. It is coming. Incredible. Right, let's carry on. It was higher than the trees yesterday when we were here, and you might have seen the picture on the community page. Okay, so we're now heading back towards the high road, but as I say, we will go round Azra's fourth field, see if we can find a stick so she can go a little bit loopy. Again, if you saw the short yesterday, that had about 1.2 thousand views. I think it only went on probably about 6-7 o'clock last night. Very, very popular video. So you get a chance once you finish watching this to just click on the channel and have a look at that short, because it was quite funny. She is a mentalist, and that's where she gets her crazy from. You wouldn't think it. Watch that short, you'll know. Okay, so just passing the allotments here on the left-hand side. Nothing really to tell you about it anymore. Julia hasn't got one. She gave it up at the end of last year. She's due to time constraints. When she spoke to me about it, giving it up, I was so shocked because she knew my feelings on it. It was just a burden on our time, more hers than mine. But I did enjoy coming up here with my drone because it's very quite peaceful and could take off from there and everything else. So I do miss it from that point of view, but that's the only thing I miss about it. I think the output it gave for the effort that was needed just isn't enough, especially when unfortunately work full time. If you're part time or retired, whatever, and you've got time of your own in most cases, that is completely different. But unfortunately, when you work full time, time just the time you do get to yourself is precious. Oh, shame to have given it up, but at the same time, it was the right decision. Good morning to people just joining up. Hi to Salin, how you doing? The next little landmark here is Azra's Horsey Friends, but they appear, well, they are over there, but they're further away this morning, unfortunately. Sun is coming up pretty rapidly now, guys. And this is what happens once it starts. I'm sure everyone has been at some stage watched the sun set, and you think, oh, it's going to take ages, but when you start watching it, it does go quite quickly. I've watched them from a cruise ship, I've watched them from the land, and it blinking you miss it at times. I didn't get a chance to tell you all either about Julie and James's weekend away. They went away to Holland, the Netherlands, for a football tournament, and they had an absolutely great time, team bonding, all that stuff. But Julia shouted at me when we got back because I hadn't done her dinner. I felt terrible. But they'd been travelling the thick end of 10 hours on a minibus. It's two minibuses. Very difficult cooking for people when you don't know exactly when they're going to be home. Anyway, we had dinner in the end. But the point is, the weekend was a great success. Much fun was had by all. They didn't win the tournament. They still got their medals and all that sort of stuff. But unfortunately, the tournament was on the Saturday morning due to weather. It was supposed to be on the Sunday, but it was supposed to be stormy out there. So they had to have the tournament on the Saturday morning. And they'd only had about 3 or 4 hours sleep. So they weren't anywhere near 100%, which is a real shame. But it's the memories, guys, isn't it? As we always say, the memories. I'm not sure the adults that went would agree. I think they sort of thought it was like youth hostel digs. Anyway, they survived. They're back, recharging their batteries, ready for another one. Apparently, they're talking about doing next year. Kind of a complete failure, can it? They're talking about doing it again. Anyway, we shall see. Okay, so we're coming up on the fourth field now. So much litter. I don't know what's wrong with people. Why can't they just find a bin? There's a bin literally just up there. And mate, the rude dog walk is just the other side there, so hopefully he'll bugger off in a minute. And then we can try and find a stick. Come on, Azra. This used to be the football pitch James used to play on. This is the sort of the intermediate pitch. I remember when we first started playing it, it felt massive. Probably to them as well. Now on the full size pitches. Come on, Azra. Lead on. We'll try and find you a stick, haven't we? A half decent one. Hopefully we'll find you one. As I say, guys, if you're interested, watch the short from last night on the channel. You'll see what happens when she does find a stick. She was a bit crazy. But it'd be nice to show you live. Come on, Ezra. It just depends on what other dogs leave, doesn't it, I guess? Been a bit unlucky this morning. That wasn't until we came around the other side that we actually found a stick, to be fair. So not all hope is lost. That is not big enough. Come on. I'm trying for you, Ezra, but I can't see one. Maybe we'll try and find one tomorrow and then hide it for Friday. Well, have we got one? Azra, leave it. I can throw it for you. Oh, sit. Ready? Stick, guys. There you go. Come on, and bring it with you. There you go, guys. I told you it would be worth it. And this is where the crazy comes from. People don't realise it. Well, she's dropped it. Oh, no, she hasn't. She's still got it. I don't think she'll bring it with her now. There you go. I told you. I know our dog too well. So in a minute, we will be making our way through the science park. And then that sort of takes us towards home. So we've got another 10 minutes, I reckon, or so. Lots of stroll left. And this is where we start getting puffed out as well. Or she does. I'm all right. The only thing that's annoying me at the minute is the back of my Achilles, but I'm not going to keep moaning about it. Don't make it feel better. Just nice to enjoy the elements around you guys for a bit. You know, you can keep talking. Quite nice to enjoy the bird song and everything else being out in the countryside. It's not always feel like it. More like a village when we moved here in 2014 to now with the new builds that have gone up. More like a small town. But that's happening everywhere, isn't it? So you just have to evolve with change. So we make the turn here towards the science park. We were very unlucky yesterday. We came across an old chap walking his dog, and he was a bit slow, bless him. And Azra gets very excitable with other dogs, so I really did have to slow my stride until I just had to overtake. But then have her on a bit of a short lead. She just, I think the other bloke would have been pulled over. He was quite frail. Anyway, we passed through that incident. I will show you good, if you're still with us, in about 5 minutes, I will show you a better view of the sunrise. I fear we are going to be very fortunate and see it. I was fearful that we weren't going to be able to see it, even from my good vantage point place, but I think we will when we get there. As I say, it's probably 5 minutes tops. Then we would almost be home. It's these sort of mornings that I'd love just to send the drone up and catch it for you, sort of bit of a slow-mo. But I can't be bothered to get in the car and go somewhere. I couldn't take off from home. Not at this time of the day anyway, it's far too early. And quite rightly, neighbours, I think, would kick off. Once they're up, obviously there's no noise, is there? Because you get it up to sort of 350, 400 foot, which is a legal limit in the UK. But it's that initial getting going, connecting the satellites, all that sort of stuff. That can take a few minutes, and it's just a noise in the back garden. It is quite a small garden and sort of houses around. I just wouldn't do it. You cannot be critical of others making noise if you intentionally doing it yourself. So I wouldn't do it. Simple as that. Okay, so we're almost at the end of this second small wooded area, which then takes us into the spine of the science park, where we just walk straight through and we'll catch the sunrise for sure. I can see it's up now behind these buildings, so I know we'll catch it. If you're with me on the bank holiday lifestyle, you'll know how miserable it was and how grey and overcast it was. We saw nothing. These are the mornings I love. Prefer it to be a bit warmer, but apart from that, great. Blue skies, birds singing, nice and crisp. What more do we want? Oh, you wouldn't think necessarily that cloud over there that is that nice, but it is, I promise you. Hopefully we're not going to get lambasted by clouds moving in. That will be a real shame. And where they have come from, because it was blue skies everywhere when we came out. They've literally come over since we've been out. And I'm trying to up my pace to make sure we try and get the sunrise. Come on, Azra, lead on. Lead on. She's looking for the ducks, I think, guys. She likes thinking she can get to them, but clearly she can't. Almost there, guys. and it's quite bright in the sky to my left. But I want to get to a point where you can see it. At the minute, we're very much surrounded by big trees to my left. Not bad to see. I can see it over here. You can see the glow. Fantastic. And there we have it, guys. There we go. There's the sunrise. Let's go a bit further. Look at that. Worth waiting for, wasn't it? Beautiful. I knew we'd catch it in this place. This is our go-to place in the morning if we can't catch it over at the fields. Right, let's carry on, Azra. You probably can't see it, but we have got the moon over there as well, just above that green tree directly in front. Come on, Azra, lead on. Come on, good girl. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to call this one a day. Azra, you going to say goodbye to your fans? Azra? Good girl. Right, guys, have a fabulous Wednesday. We will be back with a live on Friday. More content being sorted tomorrow, so hence we're going live. If you want to hear some information about why we're only doing the lives 5 times instead of 7 times a week, look at the shorts from Monday. And a vlog there is as well, giving you a bit of information on what we're doing with the channel. In the meantime, have a great day. See you Friday.